Hey y'all, I couldn't see any comments. I don't know why, but I couldn't see any comments, you guys. Okay. I'm hoping that I can see comments. Hey Marquita. What's up, girl? Drop your birthday. Hopefully I can see it. I can only see 7 comments. I thought y'all were in here looking at me and that was it. I only could see like 7 comments. It's crazy. I'm trying to see. Cause I see Cordelia's hey. I see Marquita's birthday. Okay, hopefully it was just a glitch. Because I was coming in here to read y'all. Go on and drop your birthday, Tanisha. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Baina. Cordelia, yeah. Oh, man, I couldn't see none of this, just so y'all know. I thought y'all were just in here watching me. I said, Lord have mercy. Okay. So I'm hoping... Okay, you know what? I think... Okay, somebody else drop a comment. I think what's happened... Okay, hold on. If I swipe away, I think the comments don't roll up. I think that's what happened. Facebook done changed something. More than one thing, y'all. And I only done been live once or twice anyway, so... Facebook done changed something that made it harder for you to see stuff. Hey, Jenny. Drop. Hello? Or, hold on, somebody done called me, y'all. Hold on. Hey, thank you, Cordelia. Okay, Jenny, drop a comment, because I swiped away from the comment. So I have a feeling when I do that, I'm not able to see them. Did you drop a comment, Jenny? Oh, wait. Drop another one. I just swiped away. Drop another comment. I'm trying to see something, y'all. I'm sorry. You drop a comment, Jenny? Another one. Hopefully. Okay, hold on. Let me swipe again. Yeah, I only see one comment. Oh, I see another one. Okay, so maybe they just, I don't know. Hopefully it was just a one-time thing. Because sometimes the comments, Facebook has it now where your comments are like this. So it's hard to focus. So yeah. Okay, so let me see. First, Marquita. Okay, Marquita. 10/14/81. I know you were a rooster like me. You know what? Maybe. Because we met during fashion when I had a little boutique and I used to make clothes. This is years ago. Excuse me. Marquita came through my little boutique and we still be rocking together. So you really a Virgo, Marquita, not a Libra. And so the Virgo is a bit of a workaholic. And I know, I know her, so it's easy to read her. So I know you were working at the airport and stuff. And I know it's been stressful and difficult and stuff. So don't let your work stress you out, girl. See, this is too easy to read her. But you're supposed to be a Libra. And you're supposed to be all like, oh, I'm in love. And, I love. You be looking good, girl. You definitely probably got some Libra in your chart. But you really are a workaholic. So you have to work on not being a workaholic, not taking on too much of other people's stuff, especially in 81. Because in 81 is the year of the rooster. And the year of the rooster has, in 81, has like 3 Virgo planets. So you definitely have at least 4 Virgo planets. And that's hard. So I don't want you to take on too much work. And basically, get stressed out because of all the pandemic stuff and, all of that. You may need to change, professions or get a side hustle. People now are seeing their side hustles actually turn into their main hustle. It's pretty deep. So, definitely get a reading with me, girl. I put my Cash App up there for y'all. It's Vegan Mystic. And yeah, I just always been really gifted at doing astrology, 13 Sign Astrology. and, you know, knowing where things really are. And it's really important because, yep, you work too much. You work too much, you'll mess up your stomach like that. You got to eat right. You got to do cleansing. Okay, the Virgo is like the number one source of like the woman, the mother. She does everything. So you're really like a dedicated mother more than a lover. So you may need to have more fun and, you know, date more and see that Libra side of yourself more because you have way too much Virgo. And not in a bad way. It just means that you need to, you know, work on yourself and improve yourself and use that energy for yourself, you know. That's the thing. Astrology has always helped me in guidance with what actually is going on in the sky. It's so important. It's so powerful. It's like nothing else you've ever experienced because you know where, until you know, you know where things really are. And it's like you tune into higher frequencies and deeper stuff. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. Okay. I have superpowers because I know where the sky and the sun and the moon and everything really is. I'm telling you. One of the last times I got on here, y'all, I was with Queen Yin and it was the Mercury Retrograde. If y'all go back and watch that video, I talked about the Mercury Retrograde being in Aquarius and it being very shocking, very changeable. It was going to be very electric and possibly chaotic. And that's exactly what happened with the pandemic. And that interpretation was based on the Sidereal and the 13. It was not based on Western saying that last Mercury retrograde was in Pisces and it was going to be about being dreamy and all this stuff. No, it was in Aquarius, which was more, you know, chaotic and shocking. And look at how it's still, the chaos is still going on because now we're jumping into another retrograde soon. Okay, and it's going to be in Gemini. So we're having these air retrogrades that are changing our mind. We were talking about mind power, me and Yin. And we'll probably be on soon, but we were talking about your mind. And look how you had to shift your mind. Look how many things changed. I didn't realize at that time I was really, you know, predicting and, you know, basically prophesizing because that's Sagittarius. I have a lot of Sagittarius still in my chart. I was supposed to be a Western Sag. But, yeah, anyways, enough about me. You see what's going on. So definitely get into your real 13 sign astrology constellation. So Dawn is really a Cancer, 8-69. And you're a rooster as well, Dawn. You're a 69 rooster. That's Jay-Z's year. He's a rooster and he's an Ophiuchus. He's born 4 days after me. So yeah, Jay-Z may actually come up and say something, y'all. He ain't say nothing yet. Y'all notice Jay-Z ain't say nothing yet, but he helping. I think he showed up with the legal thing. He's helping from behind the scenes. You know, the Ophiuchus sometimes work behind the scenes. It's like the Scorpion energy. Okay, so thank you, Jenny. Baina is really an Aries. Happy belated, girl. And you're a firecracker. You're a dragon. You already know that. So you're supposed to be like making your wildest dreams come true and being your own boss. Because the Aries really needs that I'm my own boss, you know, vibe. So definitely keep going for your spiritual work. Because the dragon's the snake with the wings in Chinese, you know. So the dragon has that same energy of transformation and transcendence. It's a mythological creature. It has to do with the spirit world and bringing the spirit world into the physical world. I love dragon people. It's just a natural lineup with being a rooster. But dragons are like so special. So yeah, we love you, Baina. And y'all got to tell me what's going on in New York. I already know. Y'all got to come down to Atlanta too. You know how they always say, oh no, we're full. We're in Atlanta. We're full. I don't believe in that. I believe the more, the merrier with the spiritual people in Atlanta. You can buy a house. You can have some land. You can farm. I saw some of my farmer friends in here. Okay. Tanisha, 7/28, 1980. That's the monkey. And that's a Cancer. You're really a Cancer, not a Leo. So Tanisha, you're more sensitive and more emotional than the Leos are supposed to be. You're really a Cancer. And Cancers are natural nurturers. It does depend on where your moon's at. The Cancer is the only like kind of I'm trying to figure out exactly what you're dealing with on the inside, but it could be anything because the moon is running Cancer. Cancers are sensitive, but if you had like a moon in Aquarius, you wouldn't be as sensitive. Or if you had like a moon in Gemini, you would be like less sensitive than the other Cancers. So all Cancers are different, but most of them have a deep physical and emotional sensitivity. That's the hallmark of a Cancer. Jenny's a real Cancer. And so your home is so important. Your home, like you have to, decorate your home during this time because your home is like your shell. And if you live in a bad home, it can make you sick. It's like the Cancer is more susceptible to what's going on in their home than any other sign. And, you could have more issues or you can have less issues depending on where your past life stuff is in your chart, what your Saturn is doing to your moon. So like charts and reading charts is so extensive, y'all. It's taken me 20 plus years to learn a lot of what I know to really perfect it. I caught on to astrology really early at a young age, and I was able to just, get into this information and just really soak it all in from another life, basically. But it does take years and digging into someone's full chart to really read them. What I'm doing for y'all tonight is just basically telling you your constellation and your year, your Chinese year, which is very important. These are like the pillars of your whole chart. But digging deep into all your planets is really where the reading gets more extensive. And so, yeah, Cordelia is also a Leo or Cancer Leo. She's like on the line. And I remember reading you, Cordelia, and you're a dog. So the dog's really sweet. They're not as wild as a rooster. The year before you was like out of control. Right, Marquita? She know how to party though. But she will work too much. So yeah, it is deep, Tanisha. It really is. And you're like the ocean, and your body and your stomach and your womb and your aura. You need to be taking baths every night. You need to get into your spirituality of helping women and like being a doula. It's all kind of stuff Cancer women do. They do, stuff with women, stuff with mothers, stuff with children. They're like taking care of everybody. So a lot of what's going on in the world is people are overworked. And this is why we have time off, because the universe, the world, everything. Okay, in Western, if you have Aquarius moon, then it's really the Capricorn moon. So you were supposed to be a Leo Aquarius moon, so you were supposed to be born at a full moon. That means you're really a Capricorn moon. So like you're really still a full moon, but you're really tough. And so you would have the dichotomy of both signs if you have that full moon energy. So yeah, that's a powerful chart. That's a powerful chart. So you need your own business if you do have a Capricorn moon. Because again, I'm doing the sidereal chart. So I don't want to confuse anybody. I'm doing, the real constellations. And it's been hard to do this, y'all. It's not easy to be like, oh yeah, no, Western is the one that's wrong. Not that this 13 thing that people just figured out. People think it's new, but actually Ophiuchus is ancient. It's an ancient constellation that when the Western came into, rule and creation only 2,000 years ago. That's as long as the Western astrology has even been cooked up. And they changed the calendar and the theology of why you would have the calendar starting a whole nother time. Doesn't even start. That's their whole thing. It's not even actual factual. So what they did is they took out the 13. They were like, oh, we don't need this snake thing, and it's because it has to do with your spirituality. It has to do with the truth and this whole serpent running through your body. They wanted to get rid of that whole ancient symbol of the serpent. That's what's so deep. It's an ancient symbol. A lot of times it is a feminine symbol, and it's definitely like alien technology and being able to go to other dimensions. It's a wormhole. It's how, things have actually been transforming and transferring all this time. That's how we're actually born, with the umbilical cord and our mother, and it goes so deep, y'all. So yes, 13 sign astrology and Ophiuchus is very literal. Okay. And there's no real getting around, that truth. And so that's where the full moon eclipse will be. next week. It'll actually be in the Ophiuchus in the 13th sign. Okay, so yeah, let me see. Am I doing Crystal, you said? Okay, I did Cordelia. Okay, Crystal. Okay, Crystal, 10/27/86. That's the year of the tiger. And that's really a Virgo. And that's what's so interesting. You're supposed to be a Scorpio in Western. But Virgo is so long of a constellation. And this is the beauty of the 13th sign. And why using the constellations makes the most sense. So Virgo is the sign of the stomach. And it has to do with, you know, our connection from basically our stomach, our mouth, all the way down, you know, to our intestines. Okay. And so Virgo's the stomach, and it's working with all the inner workings of what it is to process food and all that stuff. So if it's the longest area of your body, it's about 30 something feet, your intestines. Okay. Why would you cut up the constellation that's 43 days long? So Virgo is the longest constellation. And so your birthday actually is in the end of Virgo. So Crystal, your real true sign is really Virgo. It's not even Libra. Like Sidereal would say you're a Libra. But in 13, in actuality, if you actually look at a sky map in around that time, around Halloween, if you look at a sky map, it'll say Virgo all the way down, deep, deep down. And so Halloween is a special day when Virgo actually turns into Libra. So there's all kind of hidden little celebrations and markers in the constellations in the sky that actually highlight, you know, things that are hidden. So you're really a Virgo. You're really an earth sign. You really have to watch what you eat. You really have to deal with your health. You're a tiger, so you need to work out. And you need to really basically, you know, keep your body moving, keep your energy up, keep your health in your, you know, don't overwork yourself. You're another Virgo. So like overworking yourself, you know, is a big issue. Hey, Veronica. Hey, got my West Coast folks up too with me. Drop your birthdays. I'm doing full moon lunar eclipse readings. Basically, the full moon will be in the 13th sign. It will not be in Sagittarius. We are in Taurus sun. Yeah, Fallon, you a Pisces girl. Yep. Yeah, I see some of your spiritual posts too. That's so Pisces of you. Some of your praying and things like that. Yeah, Pisces people are definitely prayer warriors. And just see y'all, all y'all sensitive folks, from the Virgos to the Cancer women that's on the thread. Y'all need to be always cleansing and taking like baths. I take like 2 baths a day. And I was on a 3-day watermelon fast for the new moon. It changed my life. And ever since the pandemic, I've basically been almost 100% raw. I don't even eat quinoa right now. I've been wanting it a little bit, but I just really love the feeling of like eating nothing but, you know, purified, whole, non-altered even by heating food. I know this sounds extreme, but I've been doing it for a while, and it's just how I naturally like should rather eat. And cooked food is a doorway where if you eat some of it, you're gonna want some other stuff, and you get like hunger pains and all that stuff. When you're raw, you barely get hunger pains. You know, it's just less intense on your body as you get older. So as you get older, it's harder to break down food, and you know. No, you have to take baths. Showers is not enough. I take a shower bath, like a mermaid thing. I let the water fall, and I'm in the bathtub, and I let it fill up, and it's all hot, and I put like bath salts and all kind of stuff and oils, and you got to sit. Yeah, what? Okay, I can still see the comments, but I don't know if anybody else is dropping their birthdays. I see Dawn's. Did I do Dawn? Yeah, Rooster. And Dawn, you were a Cancer rooster, so you're really sensitive. And I have to know your moon sign to really be able to read you, but the sensitivity level is always heightened for Cancer people. And they're always wondering, like, am I really that sensitive? It's like, yes, you are. So you have to protect yourself you know, better, and you have to always like be taking baths and releasing energy. I have all kind of rituals that I do before I even get in the bed, before I even go to sleep. I have to like clean before I go to sleep. I have to sage before I go to sleep. I have to take a bath. I have to, after I read people, I have to take a bath. Like all kinds of things, because I have a lot of sensitive. Yeah, so I did. Oh, I didn't do Dawn. I thought I did when I said she was a rooster. Maybe I started chatting. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little high, but that's how I read good too. Hey, Leslie. I think you were the rooster. I mean, no, the rat. Leslie was the rat the last time. Yes. I remember, y'all. I be remembering. Okay, so Dawn, yeah. Are you still in here, Dawn? Oh, Tracy, and the number 3. That's my number. I was totally born on a 3 number. I see 3 all the time. All the time. I was born in 1033 too. So yes, y'all drop your birthdays if you want me to read you. You can ask questions if I read you and then you still want to ask about your birthday. I'm just kind of just going off the top. Hey, Leslie. Okay, I was trying to find her comment. What is 3? What is what? 3, what would 3? Yes. The Gemini rat. It's always about you. You know what, Leslie? Last time we was on live, it was the Gemini full moon eclipse. Now it's going to be the Mercury retrograde in Gemini. 3 is like, it's a level of completion, because in astrology, the trine is when you have 3 planets that are in perfect harmony, like water signs, fire signs. Sometimes there's hidden trines. It doesn't always add up exactly to all water. Sometimes you have a fire trine, but with one planet that's hanging out late in water, basically. So a trine is when it's triangulated, and that's the 3 energy, and it creates balance. It creates hitting all cylinders in a circle. So it's like centered. So the 3 to me, it means like some type of activation. It's known to be open sign dealing with communication and communion and being social and being artistic. Definitely I would Google like the 333 or there's all kind of angel numbers. There's like thousands of angel numbers, you know. So y'all definitely look up. Now 6 is my number 2. My birthday adds up to 6. And 6 is another harmony number because it has a 3 and then another 3. So that's that 6-pointed star. And the 6-pointed star isn't bad, but they use it because they know it's so powerful. They use it to manipulate people. So actually there's a 6-pointed star on the dollar bill right above the bird. Oh yeah. So yes, the 6 is pretty deep. And I would definitely say it's like a Venus number. It has to do with love because it's the male and the female, the up and the down. It's like the balance. It's the Lover's card. So maybe you're seeing that because of the Venus retrograde. I think there's different reasons why people see different numbers. So definitely, you know, maybe, Google the different angel numbers because I like to look up angel numbers sometimes. Cool, yeah. Hey, who's that? Ford, hey. Yeah, y'all. So what else y'all doing? Hey, Heston. Yeah. July 6th. Oh boy. So yeah, wow. Isn't this so funny? Like life through the pandemic, y'all. Now, I will say this. I want to just talk because I just want to chat about the pandemic a little bit. Like, y'all, watch out. I'm serious because I like history. So when you study astrology, you end up studying history a lot too. But I had an old astrology friend. He passed away, but he used to always get into current events and like Trump and like the government. And we used to talk about the government and astrology, and we would always like interpret what's going on. So I might do a little bit of that with y'all. Hey, Sophia. So basically, what was I talking about? Y'all gotta help me out. I was talking about my friend. So yeah, basically the pandemic. The pandemic, y'all, don't fall for the okie doke. Don't go back to work. Don't go back to school. I'm not down for that shit. Y'all stay home. I know, I miss Eric. I started thinking about him and totally lost my train of thought. Oh. So, no, for real, y'all don't go back. And I'll tell you why. Because when you study the Spanish flu pandemic, you will see that the second wave came in the fall and killed more people. Okay? So that should be reason enough for y'all not to get with the shit and send your kids back and have them with other dirty kids and any of that stuff. Okay? Let me see. What about 11/7/1985? Is that your boyfriend, Fallon? He's a Libra, not a Scorpio. He's really a Scorpio Libra. And I'll talk a little bit about that too, because I got tea in books for days on astrology. So basically, Scorpio, it's real complicated. Obviously, it would be, right? Same with Libra. It's like when you write the relationship, it's complicated. That's what Scorpio and Libra is too. It's complicated. Basically, Libra is a part of Scorpio that got chopped off and turned into its own kind of sign, and they made it just a piece of a sign. Basically, it's the hands of the Scorpion though. Libra's actually the claws, and the claws have to do with the scales. So the scales of Libra are secretly actually the claws of the Scorpion. So it's a part of Scorpio, but it's not the part that's like mean and vile on the outside. It's the part that's real sweet and more passive and manipulative in that way. So there's Scorpio, the manipulator, in the sense of being controlling and more dominating and more combative. And then there's the Scorpion that's really a Libra side of the Scorpion, okay? That is more like manipulating you with sweetness and kindness and like wooing you and stuff like that, okay? So basically, Fallon, your guy is really something like that. I know, right? It's complicated. Basically, he's a Libra, and I'm telling you, I'm doing a little bit of the dark side on the sides of the signs right now. This just, I don't know, maybe it'll be healing for somebody. But the Libra is a great partner when they know what they want, when they actually agree to be in a relationship and don't do a little funny stuff behind your back if that's what they agreed upon. Mainly because everybody loves them. They're so charismatic. They're usually beautiful. Usually women love them and they always get attention. And so you got to watch out for, especially the Libra man. I'm not trying to blow y'all up, dudes, but Libra men are a little hard. And I'm talking about real Libra men, like born in November, not in October. Okay. I know it gets a little confusing, but the Libra men that are really Libra men are born from November 1st to November 23rd, actually. So that's the real side of the Libra Scorpio, as opposed to Scorpio, which is in the end of November and then going into December with the 13th sign. So yeah, you guys really have to look at the 13 sign dates, get a reading with me, and I'll definitely help you out with your real chart, because Western astrology is not accurate. And I think now's a good time to really break that down and know that that's what's going on. That the full moon lunar eclipse will be in the 13th sign, Ophiuchus, and we ain't playing no games. There will be straight up liberation and straight up, awareness and healing that will be happening, So y'all just flow with the energy, get in the vibe to, heal your own life, because it definitely is, what's going on the outside and also what's going on the inside. So there's Venus retrogrades going on. So we got to work on, you know, our inner self-love. It's really in Taurus. You guys get a Google Sky Map. Look at where everything is, and you will see for yourself. We're in Taurus till the 19th. Hey, Joshua. It's March 25th is really a Pisces. That's not an Aries. And Pisces people are, oh, you could put the year too. That helps too. Yeah, Pisces. Oh, 89. Oh, yeah. So that's a snake. I love a Pisces snake. So a Pisces is super deep. Usually are very spiritual. It's a very complex sign. It's a very complicated energy to have to be naturally spiritual, and then also be here on Earth. So Pisces, hardest thing. And these are the people that are born late March and actually till April 18th. Okay, so March 13th, March 12th till April 18th, that's the real Pisces. And the real Pisces people are way more sensitive than they're supposed to be as Aries and Western. This is a misconception. They're very sensitive and they feel like they have a very complex life. So they're usually artists. They're usually spiritual. They usually are touched by some type of like either out-of-body experience or, you know, what do you call it? When someone is, you know, they've died and came back, you know, or near-death experience, okay? So usually they are tuned in to other dimensions and actually have either feel like they've been abducted or contacted. Some of it could be delusional. Some of it is interdimensional. That's the whole thing. So they really have to work on their mental health. What happened? Cordelia? To go within for my question. You can ask. I don't see what your question is. Well, what should I personally be doing in this current climate? Okay, sorry. No, I'm reading them. I'm just going in. Oh my God, that's him. Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh, the Pisces people, y'all got it so hard. So a lot of times Pisces people, y'all need to meditate, serious meditation. And you have to eat right and all of that because you're basically channeling and taking in everybody's energy and people be just manipulating. I mean, oh, I'm sorry. I keep missing her question. Well, I at least I'm seeing everything. I swear that first live, y'all, I was so mad. I couldn't see none of them questions, but I'm gonna go comment and then still y'all can just catch me on the next one too. But, yeah, what you should be doing right now. Okay. So just generally, cause you know, you got the Cancer Leo thing and guess what? It's Leo moon tonight. Hey. So yeah, now's a good time to write down what your real goals are, your real dreams are in life, because you don't really know how long you're going to get to have this free time, to have these laws intact, to even possibly have another election. We will see how all that goes down. And, you know, just the health thing, the whole travel thing, write down everything, you know, you want to do, because I don't think we should really be waiting as much as we, you know, as much as we have. And I think this time was about like actually sitting down and really going through multiple layers of retrogrades. So there's all these retrogrades happening and there's all these things that are coming back that you didn't necessarily want to have to do, that you didn't necessarily want to have to deal with, that you thought you were that you had dealt with, or that was over, or you know, got over this, you know, it's like, how many times do I have to go through this, especially with police brutality, especially with the economy and our government not really caring about people. People were saying, oh, it's the same old thing. But actually, it's so you will see what is it that you want to do to change. What is it that you can do in your own life? Because obviously there's things in your own life too. That's the nature of astrology. That's my religion, y'all. I don't know if you can figure that out yet, but I'm really into the stars, the real ones. So, you know, basically you can really get into what it is you really want to live, how you really want to live. And that includes food. I think people, health, that includes health, which automatically includes food. But I think so many people leave out health and self-care and then just want to live the life, but they don't actually, go from the level of self-care. And I'm not saying you, but just anybody. A lot of times people will say, well, I want to have this, I want to have more time, I want to be, I want to get my weight together or whatever. And they try to do something quick or fast, but they don't really connect, with so much of how their daily food thing, because they just kind of eat on the go, or they're like, well, I'll just get something when I go out and stuff like that. Right now is really helping us be more clear and intentional and aware of how things are making us feel. Yeah, veganism. I've been vegan 20 years, over 20 years. Okay, I'm almost 40. I don't know if people realize, okay? But like it's really important to really see how food makes you feel. So like if you have to have a food diary, if you have to have, eliminate. I always say try to eliminate what it is that you are eating, and then add in the good stuff, and then add in the weird stuff or the junk food or whatever, just slowly, so you can see how it really makes you feel. Jahari, April 26th. You can add your year too. I'm really good at Chinese astrology. I love it. Okay, so April 26th, you're really in Aries. You're supposed to be a Taurus, okay? And so Taurus is like, you're supposed to be slow, you're supposed to be intentional, but actually as an Aries, you're more of a firecracker. You're more like, you got to be free. You're more like, you're a goat. So the goat is a little more shy. So sometimes you actually may be fighting with yourself by being a, fiery, and then also being real sensitive, and then maybe, a little like, I don't know if I should do this. But I would definitely say your year is an artist, okay? And then you should be doing something where you actually let yourself become famous. And I know this sounds a little maybe either scary, but you need notoriety. You need to be your own boss. This is Jaharia. Born April 26, 1979. So that's the year of the goat. And that year actually has a few things where you can gain fame and you can gain recognition or work with famous people. So you should definitely be tuning into your art and how you can use that to get with people who can actually, propel your careers or propel your ideas. But it's going to be about you being independent. And so working with other people and being independent and working with famous people with, egos or with, notoriety, and like kind of having to learn from them may be your hardest challenge. You also could dress them possibly, or like something that you could do where you're just your own creative boss. You just are, either you're assisting them, you can, just really learn from people that are famous in your industry that you do want to go in. I have to know more about your birthday, but from being an Aries and then that year with all that those Leo planets, I'm just thinking that you would end up doing something, your own business, something that gives you freedom, something that lets you be recognized. And this is for, like I said, Jaharia. And then, that you can, learn from people that are in prominent positions and work with them if that's what you want to do. Hi, Nicole. Anybody else have any questions? Did I miss anybody else's questions? Definitely, be clear, yes, on what you want. Okay, so that's one thing. And I don't know, my phone might be dying, y'all. Okay, so if it cuts off, I'll just keep going till it cuts off. Actually, maybe I shouldn't do that, so we'll save. So yeah, I'll get back on tomorrow and do some more readings, but definitely in this time, make sure that you are going for what it is that you really want. That is like, and that you're tuned into your spirituality. I think that, the diet thing is part of it, and people are like maybe even missing it or wanting to not really believe that it's that important, but it is. It really is. Oh, you're welcome, Jaharia. It's really important that we tune into our diet and like, because that's part of it, y'all. You can't be spiritual without really doing like fast and cleanse and, all these different things and water and maybe jump in the watermelon fast thing that I've been doing. Or if that's too much sugar, do a raw thing. Just get into more living foods. You can't eat too many things out of box. I know we know this by now, but it is a little difficult for some people. They feel like, well, I can't eat like that. It's too expensive and stuff. But you can't say that for much longer with what's happening stress-wise and our bodies and what we're going to need to really be, dealing with. Okay, no problem. Yeah, girl. Yeah, in the reading, you will learn all your 13 sign information. Definitely. Yay, that's right. Do them cleanses. Y'all do them cleanses. It's so many of us that have Virgo planets too. It's really trippy. Like a lot of us have Virgo planets. If you're born in the 80s, if you're born in the 70s, you have a ton of Virgo planets, okay? And at least 2 most of the time. Sometimes 3, sometimes 4. I have 3 and 2 asteroids. There's a lot of Virgo. So, yeah, like I've been vegan all my adult life since I was a teenager. I went vegan at 16 years old, and I haven't eaten meat since then, not one time. I don't like meat anymore. I saw the way the animals were treated, and that's what actually got me to stop eating them. And then I found out about the health, benefits. But it's actually animal rights that actually got me to stop eating meat. Yeah, there's not many books. I'm actually coming out with a calendar, y'all. Thanks for asking about books. And there's not many. Like, what I had to do, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I had to read every astrology book I can get my hands on and then apply it to sidereal time. So I had to read everything and then just apply it to the correct calendar. It's not really a separation of information. It's more so a separation of the calendar. And then I had to, learn about Ophiuchus in the 13th sign, which is an ancient constellation having to do with snakes and healing, and how that symbol of the caduceus, the healing symbol, is a symbol of serpents. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I have a cookbook too. I'll DM you the link to my cookbook. So yeah, the serpents in our body and the serpents that basically deal with this healing information. It's like secret information in the secret societies and all that stuff. That's why they took it and put it into the hospitals or as a medical symbol, and then hid behind it, hid all the truth, so you don't know the true healing. You don't know the true calendar. You don't know where to go. You have to find that in yourself. You have to go back into ancient culture where that was the center of everything. Again, diet, okay? This whole knowledge with the sky and really working what's going on in the sky. And then, of course, psychic work, baths, fast, praying, sage. Oh, y'all don't even know. I got my dragon's blood sage, okay? I'm burning my dragon's blood sage because it's heavy out here and we are going into an eclipse. So just all these spiritual tools. I don't know if y'all see my eye. I got my eye right here. The eye of this, the eye of that, the all-seeing eye. Being a Serpentarius, the 13. I got that serpent eye thing on jam. So yeah, it's pretty deep out here. Y'all stay tuned into your spiritual work. To answer Cordelia's question even further, stay blessed up, stay prayed up, pray for people. Definitely fight. Some of y'all are getting in the streets. In Atlanta, they done tore down this. My mom telling me they done tore down that. Some of y'all do that if that's what y'all feel y'all here to do, because some of that does work. Some people don't want to hear that. I believe in, obviously we can't just sit around and just be like, oh yeah, well, one day we'll have some change. It obviously took fires and explosions to get seen, to get heard. It's pretty deep, and hopefully it doesn't continue. Yes, I am from Nigeria. That's my real name. My mom named me, but my dad is from Nigeria as well. But I'm American, but my dad's Nigerian. So yeah. I'm a African. So yeah, definitely, you know, just keep tuning in to the actual work you feel called to do. And obviously this is one of my main callings. So I felt like go ahead and, you know, help people know that, you know, it's a lot of misinformation about Ophiuchus. As soon as you start talking about the 13th sign, somebody says, that's not real. You don't follow that. That's not real. All this stuff. And it's a little disheartening to be into this for years and for people to constantly tell you that something that you know is out there happening right now in real time that you can prove, that you can see, is not real and is not as accurate as something that you cannot see, you cannot prove. And that's Western. Like, they literally changed everything. It was like, y'all follow this, and people be fighting me down about that. And so it's really crazy. But like, there's not a lot of information because they want, this is a propaganda. It's been hidden for a long time for a reason, obviously. And oh hey, yeah, it's pretty deep. It's just, you know, it's one of those things. So this lunar eclipse is going to be in the 13th sign Ophiuchus. It will actually be in the 13th sign, y'all. This constellation is rising up into the eclipse, and that is what's happening this week. I don't know if y'all realize there is a lunar eclipse this week. And next week, the shadow comes in. So this week and next week is going to be, or this week coming in is going to be an eclipse and going to be the shadow of Mercury Retrograde. So when the shadow comes in, you get to see a glimpse of what is actually going to happen for the retrograde. So the shadow and the retrograde and the post shadow, it lasts 8 weeks. Okay. So that's 2 whole months of retrograde activity. So we're coming into a retrograde storm. So y'all get ready. Cordelia did ask the right question. I was trying to tell y'all basically everything I'm saying. Y'all go back, watch the video, and you know, get a reading, because it's very personal sometimes what you should be doing. But overall, we all should be getting a business. We all should be working with, yeah, it's crazy how it makes more sense. Saturn in Capricorn, which is, we're going to have to go through tough times until we figure out how to make our own money. And that goes for, you know, Black people, that goes for independent people, that goes for healer people, that goes for mothers, that goes for single fathers, that goes, or not just single fathers, stay-at-home fathers. Anyone who wants to be free is needing to figure out how to get out of the system. And even if you want to stay within the system, you're going to need a side hustle, okay? Because you see what's happening. So some of us are not going to be able to go back to work. Some of us will not want to go back to work. And again, I don't believe people should go back to work, because during the Spanish flu, if you look in history, the second wave, which was in the fall, was worse than the first. And it was because people went back. They even did a parade. And look at the riots. It's crazy. They even did a parade during the Spanish flu pandemic. And basically, all the people in Philadelphia got the Spanish flu after that parade. So, like, going back is not a good idea. And that's because, you know, I'm not down for the system. So you're talking to somebody who would never put their kids in the system and never go to work in the system. And yeah, I don't believe going back. But also, if you look at the history, you can see it's not smart to go back. Hey, Tawa. So yeah, the second wave was the worst. I mean, y'all look at history now, be aware of what's going on, you know. We've been pawns for too long. So yeah, if y'all want to just talk about stuff, just ask me questions, because I'm definitely very opinionated about astrology and what's going on right now and how astrology plays into it. Because if you're looking at what's really going on in your sky map, in your apps, we're in Taurus, which is more about staying grounded and standing your ground and staying practical. Like, we want practical freaking solutions right now. You know, all of us, we want to make more money, and Venus is retrograding. So we have to figure out and go back and say, where did I make a mistake? How can I, you know, hey honey, how can I, you know, come up with better ideas on how to make money, better ideas on how to be more at peace and have more self care and stuff. I mean, I have so many things going on in my mind right now about all this stuff, y'all. So thank you for the healing. Thank you for listening. You know, thank you for letting me do my job as a healer, as a messenger. work on your self-esteem. Don't let nobody make you feel like you ain't worth it. You ain't supposed to be here. That ain't why we here, y'all. That's why it's coming up. The serpent is rising and it's telling everybody, y'all wake up and see. With y'all all seeing eye, that third eye in the serpent, that's some real stuff, y'all. Okay, don't be afraid of the serpent. I know too many people who are afraid of that. And that's that Kundalini energy, So if we're not afraid of, our own sexuality, which is definitely what all this is saying, right? Then we should be able to use it and utilize it in a better way where it actually works for us instead of works against us. So that's the other side of the serpent, is wrestling with the snake or wielding the snake, like a snake charmer. So you're supposed to work with your energy, not fight it, So if there's something in your life that you're fighting and stuff, let me know. Maybe I can help you with it in your chart. But definitely let it go. Astrology is for everybody. You don't have to know astrology for it to work for you. But, if you are looking for somebody who knows something or could help you with something, you should be looking into astrology or this actual serpent energy and following where the constellations are. You can Google anything. But again, like I said, watch out for misinformation because, they'll say, oh, this was last year, when really it's now. That type of shit. That's what we're dealing with Western, is that they'll say, oh, Jupiter and Sagittarius, that's over. No, it's not. Okay, no, it's not. So that's why we're seeing the fires. And it's a Leo moon tonight. I think Western says it's like a Virgo moon. It's in Leo. That's why we're seeing the fire, okay? And people are standing up and they're coming together, and it's a new wave. I wasn't alive in the 60s, so I ain't seen nothing like this, really. Not in a sense of, after Ferguson. Some people are comparing this to Ferguson, but it feels way deeper and more organized and more like alive than Ferguson overall. And I think it's because of, it's like now we actually have more. I don't know if y'all are following Sean King too. Y'all need to be following him. And y'all need to be calling and just, organizing and finding other ways. It's not just on one man. It's not just about one death. It's about everybody organizing past this, right? So I think with all the retrogrades and I think with all the reoccurrence, I mean, this is deja vu in a lot of ways. Oh, down to the don't breathe, okay? I really believe that it really is a time where we're actually supposed to be more aware of how we could be better at, fighting and protecting ourselves. And I think everybody is rising to the occasion in their own way. I can't criticize anybody standing by, waiting, even staying in the system, because some people are propping up our abilities, to be effective. Even back in the day, there were people who were in the system and they would help us from within the system, so some of that is happening too. Of course. So we're all part of the system in some way. And this is what Capricorn is definitely reshaping. So any of the Capricorn planets that are retrograde right now is going to be Saturn, because Jupiter and Pluto are still in Sagittarius, actually. So the Saturn in Capricorn that's retrograding is very deep and will last for a couple of years, y'all. Okay, so be in it for the long run. That this is something we're gonna have to stay strong about and start creating better wealth building. Okay, and we have to, go through painful periods, obviously, when we're changing and rearranging our true balance and our true abilities to be sustainable. So that's what this Venus in Taurus and Saturn in Capricorn, because it's Earth planets that are also retrograding, okay, and telling us we need a better structure. Okay, and telling us that we need a better, to organize better, and telling us that we all are, having to do it. It's not just one person or one group of people. It's not just from one side. It's in our own personal life too. Again, that's what astrology has always taught me, is that it's a mix of one. It's not just you, and it's not just the outside either. It's happening within, and it's happening above and without. So yeah, y'all, thank you so much for coming to check me out. I love y'all. Take care. Definitely take care of your health. Stay prayed up and stay in your in your purpose. All right? I don't see any more comments, y'all, but I'm going to wave. I'll wave at a few more people. Hey, hey. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll try to get on earlier, y'all. And anybody have any more questions, just message me. You see my name in there, and I have a group too. So you can click the link to get a reading, and you can also join my Raw Goddess 13th Sign Astrology and Vegan Health group. It's here on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram as raw.vegan.goddess. So you got to put the dots in there. Raw.vegan.goddess is my Instagram. And I'm going to try to go live there too. I haven't been live on Instagram, so I'm sorry if I been too shy, but now y'all ain't going to be able to shut me up. All right. Good night. Take care.